hair, by the way.
Hello, everybody. Internet, welcome. Welcome to Star Trek Event. It's been like 3 weeks since I've done this, and I'm stumbling over my words and remembering that I can just read them from right here. Hello and welcome to Star Trek Adventures Shadows and Starlight. We are Massive Damage Adventures, usually a one-shot podcast, doing a Twitch stream. This is our 7th episode. If you're jumping in for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back, thanks for hanging out. We're doing 9 of these, so we just have 3 more. I am Meric Moir. My pronouns are he, him. I am the GM, as well as the captain of the ship, who hasn't shown up since like the 2nd episode. Introducing the players. Unimportant. We're just, who needs a captain, right?
Not this crew of adventurers.
Nope. Cierra, would you like to introduce your character?
Hello, I'm Cierra. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them. My character is Lieutenant Commander Nobogh, the Chief Engineering Officer who really appreciates Captain Fenn's hands-off management style.
Nice. We'll go to Earl, and then David. We'll do the alphabetical by character name.
Sure, hi there. My name's Earl J. Woods. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Ensign Barnaby Throughput, your jack of all trades, fearful but optimistic ensign.
Hi, I'm David Hughes, he, him. I play Lieutenant Commander Davor Chumak, the Chief of Security on the Artemis, and I don't know that I've ever actually had an interaction with the captain of the ship. I'm not 100% convinced he exists.
Do we even have a captain?
Maybe he's a hologram.
We've been in the haunted house the whole time.
It's going to be the final twist after everything's over.
Spoiler alert.
I was the house.
I mean...
We could be the holograms.
You're all holograms in this hollow production that Meric Moir has put on.
Oh, this is like extra meta.
Really getting into it now.
Our entire lives have led to this moment.
Hi, I'm Jen, pronouns she, her, and I'm playing Joyeh Nonat. She is a part-time security officer, part-time bartender, and now full-time horror lover.
Nice.
Hi, I am Alex, she, they. I am playing Lieutenant Meezra Bars. I am the Chief Medical Officer aboard the Artemis, and I am the fiery redhead who will not fight you.
All right, and this episode, as with all of our episodes, sponsored by Roll20.
Woo!
Yay.
We love Roll20. You can see the Roll20 thingy down there where we've got the virtual tabletop going.
You're pointing at me.
I'm pointing at David. I'm pointing down past David.
Oh, down.
Yeah.
I'll help.
Thank you. Something new with Roll20, which is super cool. If you have a Pro or Plus membership, they just added a brightness slider for your Fog of War and your dynamic lighting. So before it was just, you know, this was the gray that overlays your map. Now you can actually, per map, change it on the fly if you're finding that your dungeon needs to be darker or lighter.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Roll20, if you're listening, I have a feature request. Dark mode. Dark mode.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, what else have we got? Of course, we will do our giveaways at the break. We have 2 giveaways today. A $25 gift card to Monte Cook Games with a $10 gift card to Modiphius Entertainment. And then a second $10 gift card to Modiphius Entertainment as the second prize. What's up with them right now? Let's see. Modiphius. Ooh. Achtung Cthulhu 2D20 is here. It's shipping. You can go and get it. If you want to hear about, you know, Cthulhu adventures in World War II, we played the game and reviewed it with several of these players. And the episode went live just on Monday on our podcast, Massive Damage Adventures. And we have an interview with the lead designer of the game, John Houlihan. So talking to him about what he's got going on with that. And if you prefer the Achtung Cthulhu version for Call of Cthulhu, you can go to Modiphius.net right now and buy like a ton of their stuff for like dollars, like few dollars, like $1 or $2 for pretty much all of the stuff. Physical books and PDFs. They're kind of clearing it out and moving over to their 2D20 system, which is what Star Trek uses. Monte Cook Games. They're at Gen Con online right now, and I'm sure they're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff over the weekend. But for stuff that you could spend your money on if you win the $25 gift card today, they just put out their character portfolios and character sheets for Tolus. Their Dungeons and Dragons setting that was recently released for 5th edition D&D and Cypher System. So you can pick those up on their website. All right, let's roll the intro video. Hello.
Yeah.
We just found out, though, you were in emo only and you couldn't talk to us, and now you can because I quickly figured out how to turn that off. If you haven't heard recently, Twitch has been bombarded by something called hate raids.
Boo!
Marginalized creators are getting flooded by bots spewing hateful comments, and so we've been putting a whole bunch of safety tools in place, and one of those is a quick button I can hit right here to be like, no, chat is now only emotes. But apparently I just left that on. I have not been hate raided while streaming, which is fantastic, but it's a problem. Needs to be dealt with. Anywho, we ready for some Star Trek?
Yeah.
Already.
Cool. Red alert! The USS Artemis. Oh, the red lights. The USS Artemis rocks back and forth, inertial dampeners failing as the ship is subjected to several massive impacts. Shake.
Shimmy!
Shimmy. Hazard lighting fills 7 forward as you pick yourselves up from the floor. There are moans of pain and the grinding screech of the ship's superstructure under strain. So I am going to switch you all to 7 forward, and you can, describe what just happened to you, what you're seeing. There are moans of pain from people around you. There's, you can see one of the doors, this one over on screen left, has like a big dent in it, as if something from the other side impacted it.
Like something inside the ship?
Yeah, something inside the ship, like slammed into it. You're thinking like part of the bulkhead might have come loose.
Better not be one of those giant horses.
Those
It
have
might be.
long since been deposited on the colony planet.
Secret horse.
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Joyeh wants to try to prevent some of the better non-synthol bottles of alcohol from falling in the impact. So I could, like, maybe roll finesse. I don't know what the other one would be.
Fitness security? For quick reflexes?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, there is a beautiful crystal bottle of synthahol with like a celebratory silver sparkles in it. It's top shelf synthahol, looks very pretty, brought out for special occasions. It is falling.
No. Do I have a complication range?
Complication range is just regular.
And task roll is 2?
Yep, you're doing 2 dice unless you'd like to buy any more.
Nah, I got 1 success.
Nice. I was just going to put it at 1 difficulty, so no momentum gained, but you catch the bottle. Let's put that momentum out. So we got 0 momentum and 10 threats, just because we're starting the game off. All right.
I would
Go ahead, Alex.
quickly check myself over, make sure that I didn't get any injuries in the impact, and then immediately start checking other people for any injuries.
You're a good doctor. You checked your own first.
Good triaging. Good.
Can't help anyone if I'm not fit.
Okay, let me see. So we have 4 other people in the in 7 Forward right now, 2 of whom are apparently the engineering crew who you spoke with on the very first Darkest Hearts episode. Ooh!
These minions of mine. My
yes,
goodness.
Your minions. So it looks like we do, in fact, have some injuries here. You go to Jaxa and Joel right here, and she's like unsteadily trying to get up, and a quick glance shows that she looks fairly injured. Enan, on the other side of the table, has some blood running down the side of their head. And then it looks like the ones over here, we have another injury and perhaps some superficial injuries.
Oh, some major ones. Gonna help the head injury first.
Okay. So if you could make me a medicine roll, and it's probably control, because it's like a very tense situation, and you've got to keep yourself focused and triaging. Head wound, no complication range. We'll just say difficulty 1.
Okay. I also have the field medicine talent, so if there is any increased difficulty for not working with proper tools or equipment, I ignore them.
That's a good one. I would say not for the head wound right now, but maybe for some other ones. I'll keep that in mind for
okay, so
other
yeah.
things.
So just the 2, 3 successes.
Wow, okay. Everybody.
Noise!
Momentum in the pool. Hey, anybody who uses Roll20 at home, in case you didn't know this, if you take a look, you can put plus and then the number, and then you don't have to do math. Just a heads up for an inside trick on Roll20. Okay, so you're seeing 2 sort of specialist crew, Enan with the head wound right there. What are Barnaby, Davor, or Agala doing?
Probably, I see that Meezra's got my minions handled. I'm gonna go to that dented door and see if I can get it open. See what the heck happened.
Okay, so there are 2 doors in 7 Forward. There's this, let's see, so this will be port side of the ship, because this is actually, you know, looking out through the front. And then there's starboard side. So the port door looks as if like something big has dented the Durasteel sort of towards you. It doesn't look like an engineering solve will be good on this side. It looks like a brute force sort of thing would do this.
But I'm a Klingon. I do both.
All right. So, if you would like to tear this door open, please make me... Oof. I mean, it's got to be fitness. Probably fitness security. I would say this is pretty difficult. It is a difficulty 2, but the complication range goes up. So complication range of 2.
I did not mean to roll that. I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, no worries.
this probably wouldn't count, but would my focus in hand-to-hand combat? I will rip this door from its
Fighting a door.
crack.
No, unfortunately,
Door combat.
hand-to-hand combat will not help you out in this situation. This is just straight mighty thews.
You need a door with hands.
Fight the giant hand some more.
Good old hand door.
Oh,
Only one success.
all right. So you strain and pull, but the metal on the other side has like dented it out of its frame. You might be able to do it with some extra help, but this isn't budging right now.
Just snarl at it and leave it alone.
Davor, you seem
Yeah.
to have moved. What are you doing?
I made a move to the starboard side door because I could see the other one was dented. So I thought maybe I would go to the one that wasn't dented and poke my head outside. As I pass Barnaby, I'll say, Barnaby, you're with me. Normally I would bring Joyeh because she's actually in security, but I know she's busy tending bar, so...
Gotta save that synthahol to deal with the aftermath of whatever this is.
Gonna need the moral support.
So, Davor says, Barnaby with me. What does Barnaby say?
I believe I said, "Aye, sir."
Ah, good. So you come up to the door, and you can see that the doors do not automatically open as you approach. One of the doors like tries to, and it sort of grinds like on its track, and opens just like a quarter of an inch. You could get like a pinky through it, but it seems like in whatever impact hit the ship, this door has been knocked askew.
Okay. I'd like to tap my comms, say security, report.
It goes, "Brr-brr." Internal comms appear to be down.
Well, that's rude.
Why did we
It's
ever
just like the
bother
haunted
using the
house.
comms?
Why even have comms?
Hey, at least this time the comms aren't talking back.
Yet. Ha!
I hope everybody stayed away from Holodeck 3.
There's like a...
Did we ever leave?
Joyeh yells over, "Are we there right now?"
Okay. I see my door is futile. Their door opens a little bit more than 0, so maybe my engineering skills will be more useful over there.
Sirs, maybe the turbo lift is working.
Yes, that is a turbo lift right there.
It's a very observant Barnaby. Let's try the turbo lift.
Okay.
My map wasn't moved over all the way. I didn't know that was there. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so before we check out the turbo lift, let's go back to Meezra. You have sort of settled Enan down. They are, sitting in the chair, starting to follow things. Like, looks like it might be, just a little bit of stun, not necessarily a concussion. You wouldn't know without a further scan, but you can move on to somebody else and treat them.
Okay, there was, what were the other 2 wounds again? There was a leg injury and...
I don't think I had determined. So, let's say, yeah,
I thought you said something, but...
I might have. But I was really just, like, throwing stuff out there, so who knows? Let's go with
That's
your memory.
Well, I'll go to them next.
Yeah, so Jaxa seems to have, like, let's have a glass that they smashed down on and has cut into the leg.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
That's why your mother says don't put your legs on the table.
Yeah, no kidding. Can I use my focus in trauma surgery? Or would emergency medicine be more
I think
appropriate for this?
emergency medicine. It's more just making sure that it's bound tightly and not bleeding. overly. Not like solving the problem immediately.
But the same medicine control.
Yeah, but let's have the difficulty, because it's a cut with some danger. So let's put it to difficulty 2 with an increased complication range, which I will spend for in this case, because this is one I'm making up on the spot.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can't.
You're saying GMs don't make everything up on the spot?
There are things I plan beforehand, but I was also just using a house rule that's not actually in the rules. You don't spend threat for complications, you spend threat for increased difficulties. So forget that. There's just a complication.
Okay, well, I got 3 successes.
Wow, okay. Lots of momentum.
This is my specialty.
Yeah! So difficulty was 2, so we're throwing 1 momentum in there. You're able to, you know, bind up the leg, and she will be sort of like stuck here, or you could spend a momentum to say that she's ambulatory.
Let's do that. I'll spend the momentum.
Cool.
Yeah.
Up on her.
I've
Need
generated
the
loss.
engineers up and moving.
Oops. Okay. So, let's go to the turbo lift.
Ooh, can I do something first?
Sure, Jen, yeah.
I want to use that first aid course I took as part of security training.
Nice.
And try to help this person.
Okay.
What's up with them?
What is up with them? Let's find out. So this person my roll of random dice was not helpful. So it's like, are they drugged? Did they get stabbed by a sword? Yes, they got stabbed by a sword. This person was handling a ceremonial Vulcan blade when they went down and stabbed it into themselves.
I feel like maybe you should help the other person and leave that one to Meezra.
I was thinking that too, but I also don't think someone would just run by someone with a stab wound and be like, sorry, that person's nose is bleeding. Bye!
I'm
I
picturing it
don't
like
have the capability to help with this.
I'm picturing it like
hold the
Final
wound.
Destination, where he's like staring at it the whole time, and everyone around him was like, "Don't do that, man." It's like really close to his eye.
Sure, so if you just want to keep this person here, then Meezra can come over and do the roll, and you could assist on it.
Oh no, I'm gonna do the roll.
No, you're going to do the roll. Okay. Difficulty 2 with increased complication range. It's a stab wound, kind of like the shattered glass wound.
So like a 2 for complication range?
Yes.
And is there any way to add another dice into my roll?
Yeah, you can spend 1 momentum, or you can add 2 to, or you can add 1 to threat.
Does anyone mind if I spend a momentum?
Do it.
And then I get to roll 3 dice, correct?
Correct.
Boom, shakalaka, and I got, oh,
Oh,
1
damn.
success, 2 success, 1 success. So 4 successes.
4 successes. Goodness. So that's 2 momentum added
That
back.
first aid course really paid off.
I took really good notes.
Yeah.
Meezra comes
Nursery
over
over
afterwards and was like, holy shit.
Yeah, Davor ran it.
Apparently your first aid was very specifically about knife wounds. If Davor was running it, it was about Ushantors. But, you know...
Yeah,
But Vulcan ceremonial
Transferable.
sword.
Yeah.
I do.
Definitely good and close enough.
I run my first aid course so that the people who complete it can treat me when I inevitably stab myself with something.
There you go.
I mean, you're also a bartender. So knife fights, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a ton of knife fights in 7 Forward.
I would hope not.
I
Probably not.
encourage them, though.
Depends on the diplomats that are there.
Fair.
Okay. So let's check out the turbo lift. As you approach the turbo lift doors, they do not open.
Force field is at full strength.
Ooh, force field's at full strength. There is a computer pad console right beside it if you wanted to take a look and maybe get some readings on why this might not have worked.
Yeah, I will poke at it and scan it.
Okay.
And Throughput will blurt out the obvious as usual and ask, what about the manual override?
That's my next step. I need to
Damn it,
check and
Throughput!
see if it has any information first. And don't you worry, if we have to go in the Jeffries tubes, you're going first.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So, you pull it up, and you discover these 3 bits of information. Internal sensors are down. Internal comms are down. Bridge power is failing, and the bridge crew is rerouting non-essential systems, such as the turbo lifts, to the bridge to fortify whatever's going on up there.
Okay.
So these are all things that you could deal with. You could go out into systems in the ship and attempt to get internal sensors up, get the comms back up, or figure out what's going on with the power.
I feel like having the internal sensors will make it much easier to fix the power.
I feel like that's also true.
So I think we need to get these sensors back up before we do anything else. No internal sensors makes it really hard for me to do my job.
I mean, how do we even know we're breathing oxygen without sensors?
Just straight helium.
Why are our voices getting higher?
Yeah, I want to try and fix those sensors.
Okay, so we haven't gotten out of 7 forward yet, but yes, there are ways out. Through the turbo lift, you could get to the Jeffries tubes and start going between decks, or you could try and force this door that is off its tracks, or go back and try and force the other door.
You hear
just with straight physical strength. Go ahead.
You hear quiet chanting from Jeffrey tube, Jeffrey tube.
Hey, what's this room over here opposite the turbo lift?
That's just like a little office. I think it's like a space if you need like a sit down. It's like, you know, one of those things.
Like a phone room?
Yeah, it's a phone room.
I thought it was like a video confessional for your reality TV show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Room.
Okay, and so here we can do a little bit of a look at the Artemis
I would
itself.
presumably know where the best place to go would be.
Mm-hmm. So you are right now, right here in 7 forward. And so if you wanted to deal with, it was internal sensors you were looking for?
Yeah.
Best bet is probably to maybe head to the computer core. Where would that be? So what you would need to do is probably do a diagnostic to see why they're down and where it might be in the ship, and then maybe head there. But the computer core is a good bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I able to do a diagnostic with everything down from here, or would I need to get to the computer core to do so?
Yeah, let's say that you could try and do a diagnostic from this panel. That would be probably a reason engineering to do a diagnostic. I'm going to say that the difficulty is 2, but this ship is old and rickety. That is one of its traits. So it is going to increase the difficulty to 3.
Okay. Would my focus in computers help at all?
Yes.
And also, is the computer helping me in any way? Because I have technical expertise as a talent.
The computer is not helping you currently because all of its processing has been rerouted to the bridge.
Okay.
Does anybody want to help?
Oh.
Yeah,
I also have the talent I know my ship. Whenever I attempt a task to determine the source of a technical problem with my ship, I add a bonus d20.
That's awesome. What were you going to say, David?
Advisor help with that? If we're just offering assistance?
Yeah, do you want to read out advisor?
I don't know, it just says advisor under talents.
Oh, did we not write it in? Okay, hang
No, it
on.
doesn't look like it.
I can grab that. David, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to offer to help, but I have nothing useful. Perhaps I will just cheer them on.
Moral support.
Keep yanking at the door just in case.
The stars
I'll
of
make
the
sure no one attacks you from behind. I've got your 6s.
So,
Security guarding.
advisor, whenever you assist another character using your command discipline, the character being assisted may re-roll 1d20.
Oh, I don't know if this would be command.
How would you
Yeah.
help?
It was more like a science insight kind of thing.
Hmm.
I feel like I probably would not listen to any commands from the ensign.
Likely not.
Okay, so I've got my extra d20 from my my talent. I forget exactly what to do with adding the focus. You push the button that says focus used.
You got it. And there is currently 3 momentum in the pool. If you spent 2 momentum, you could get a 4th die.
I think I'm probably okay. And complication range is...
Complication range is not changed. I think I said the difficulty was 3. Did I say that out loud? Cool.
Yeah. So complication range is 1?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, difficulty was 3 because it was a 2 plus ship's a little bit old.
I think I'm good.
Ooh, what did we get?
2, 1, 2.
Oh, dang. All right, 2 momentum added into the pool.
That was really good.
Yeah, fantastic roll. Okay, so you get the information, and then you can spend momentum to buy additional like questions and answers, basically. But you discover that the internal sensors have been damaged because of an impact on the upper deck of the ship, like around decks 1 or 2. It's cut off a connection to the central computer core, and so if you were to find a reroute, you'd be able to get it back online. So you could go to the central computer core, or you could find like a very solid computer junction system to reroute it through. So between you and the computer core, hilariously, are the holodecks. So I mean, you could run it through the holodecks if you wanted.
Specifically
Yes,
for the holodeck
do
for
that.
I kind of want to, but I know better. But also, I have all that doom, so maybe I don't know better anymore.
And
I establish it as canon that we all desperately want to go back to holodeck 3.
Just obsessively.
The whole
Can't-
ship
Well, in
holodeck.
2 weeks, we go back.
yeah. Yeah, that's the holodecks are the only major non-essential system between there. There's a transporter room, there's stellar cartography, and then otherwise it's just like classrooms and like rooms.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be faster to get to one of the holodecks, not the haunted one, and just reroute it through there. Rerouting it through the haunted one would be real dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that would be
a voice.
very interesting.
A voice whispers in your mind, "Do it."
Do it.
The house wants your pay.
Yeah.
Now, I just have to point out, and I just discovered this on the map layout in the bottom.
The
left.
naughty crewman.
Yeah, there.
Oh,
They've labeled
can you
a bunch
see
of the
that?
stuff in the bottom, and it's, there's one that's labeled "Goes nowhere, does nothing." Here be moonshine, and naughty crewmen are assigned here.
Yeah. I have.
That's pretty great.
I have in fact written all of those up. So let's see.
It was you.
No, that's like somebody actually, whoever did this,
Oh,
wrote
whoever
those
did
in.
this actually. Yeah, that's amazing.
But naughty crewmen are assigned here is the environmental deck and no, environmental pack. No, I had a name for
Is
that.
it waste reclamation? That seems to be the job that nobody wants.
But exactly, here be moonshine is a place called the Moonshine Lounge, and if you know it, you know it because it's an engineering speakeasy.
Oh.
It's
Why
just,
am I not spending my time there?
you might. I don't know. Do you have? Oh,
Oh.
She's like going
just-
now.
She's off now.
I'm out. See ya.
Nice.
How was it?
Yeah. How was the Moonshine Lounge?
Haunted.
Haunted. Oh no.
Sounds right.
Moon's haunted.
I mean, it's up to you on what relationship you have with your engineering crew who put that together. Or maybe you put it together.
That seems likely. Klingon. I work hard and I play hard.
Okay. So, do you want to go through the Jeffries tube, or do you want to find your way through this area here? Like, through the door on 7 forward.
Whichever is faster. I'm feeling very stressed about the state of my ship.
Okay.
Whichever would think would be faster. With
Let's
no
see.
turbo lifts.
Yeah, so you're right here. You gotta get here.
That doesn't look far.
I think either is actually equally the same. You're probably more likely to encounter, you know, people and challenges along the way outside of the Jeffries tube. But if the damage to the ship is very significant, you could also find Jeffries tubes blocked off.
I think we should go through the door, enlist anybody who is able to assist, and send anybody who needs help back here to our lovely chief medical officer. Emergency surgery in 7 forward.
Sure. I'll try to pry. This is my motion for pry for some reason. I will try to pry the door open.
Okay.
If anyone wants to help, is there like a broken table leg or something around I can like get some leverage with?
Yeah. That makes sense. There is tools and stuff that you can get some leverage in on there. It opened just a teeny little bit. It's not as impacted as the previous door, so it's going to be difficulty 2, and there is no complication range additional. There's like, you know, the regular complication range of 1. And if somebody else would like to help,
Ensign Throughput will help.
okay, so let's switch it back to 7.4 just to get a good view of that. So, difficulty 2, complication range of 1. So, Earl, if you want to roll first for Ensign Throughput of how does he,
So-
yeah.
Fitness and
Probably security.
security. Okay.
Yeah. And so
I
you're
don't
just
think-
rolling a single d20.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So not a success. The 18 doesn't add anything. That's all right. Barnaby comes up to the side and tries to help. All right, and
Thank
Davor,
you, Ensign.
did you want to buy any additional dice with momentum, David? Because you got a ton.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not even going to ask.
Momentous occasions.
So you can spend 1 momentum to get a 3rd die, if you like.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Cool.
And we've established that doors don't have hands, so I can't use hand-to-hand as a focus.
That is correct. That has been established.
Unfortunately.
All right. Oh, could this be like a survival situation, though?
No.
All right.
Unfortunately not.
I think in this instance you just need focus in busting shit.
Yeah, I've only got 4 more focuses to suggest to you. No.
We could punch each other into the door until it opens.
Yeah. If I get into a fight with Ensign Throughput,
I
via
can
the
shoot it.
door-
No, with me, with my also focus in hand-to-hand.
Oh yeah.
I have a right hook.
We could roll like 8 dice if we work together. Okay, I'll roll my 3 dice.
Okay.
1, 1, 1.
Ooh, 3 successes on a difficulty of 2. So you generate 1 momentum. Oh, you know what? While this is happening, and before we open the door, let's go back to Ag Allah, because you did generate momentum when you were doing your scans of the system. Was there any other information you wanted to know? And everybody else can jump in if you have an idea of something that you'd like to pull up on the scans.
Ooh, maybe scans if they put like a message about what happened, or scans about what hit thing? Did something explode?
I mean, communications are down and sensors are down, so...
Did we have any way of determining if there was like a hull breach, or did we establish that there was one and I wasn't paying attention?
You knew that something had impacted the ship. And so, yes, you could spend 1 momentum to get more information about that.
Yeah, I would like more information on the status of the ship.
Okay, so let's spend 1 momentum about the, specifically the impact. I had already said that it impacted somewhere around deck 1 or 2 on the top of the ship. You're able to pull off information about it that it is approximately the size of a like a runabout. Like it's the size of a large shuttle. It does have an energy signature, although it doesn't appear to be like think ship more than like dangerous radioactive object. So it seems likely that if sensors were up, you would probably be hearing stuff about boarding parties or things like that, rather than contamination.
Superpowers.
Yeah.
Radioactive power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looks like we've been impacted by another ship, so we should proceed with caution.
Guns out.
Joyeh, you're coming with us, or are you assisting Meezra?
I got my phasers out. I'm ready to stun. Meezra, I think everyone's stable in here. Are you gonna stay, or are you worried that people might be injured in the halls?
I will follow closely behind.
I got you.
Everybody protect the doctor. Thank you.
Okay.
Though apparently Joyeh could just take my place if so.
Only for
She'll never take
knives.
their place in my heart.
Yeah, she's
that's 'cause you're my wife,
DPS
anyway,
and a healer.
so.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you should have seen last time that, Meezra, that I tried to do dentistry work. Oh. Boy, did I get written up for that.
Oh, I saw.
All right. So Davor and Barnaby are pulling at the doors, and they eventually sort of
Mostly Davor.
mostly Davor, but Barnaby's down there. pulling, and eventually there's a clunk as the door like gets back onto its track, and then it opens up, and you can see the corridor in front of you is lit up red with red alert lights. There is somebody sort of like breathing super heavily, and a couple of people sort of standing up and trying to get their bearings. You can see down here there is a large piece of the bulkhead, like I had suggested might be possible, that has impacted over here, and it looks as if there is an Andorian man trapped underneath it.
Oh no.
Yikes.
An Andorian man, I run to my brother and try to lift the piece of bulkhead off of him.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not you again?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'll go
Not
help
only
you
is
with
me
that.
my brother, but he might actually be me.
All right. So this is Taivas Shiakis, pronouns they, them, who is a... Oh, it's a science officer who also trains in the gym. Highest is science, but security is second, so apparently they're just real fit. Okay, and so Davor goes to lift, Ag-Ala goes to assist. This definitely feels like one of those things where somebody's got like a value that might come into play if you wanted to spend a determination to get 2 free automatic successes. But I'm going to say that the difficulty here is a difficulty 3 with the complication range increased by 1 because a complication might further hurt Ensign Taivas.
Okay. I've got a value. There's nothing we can't do if we try.
I mean, I feel like that applies for lifting something super heavy.
I also have your ship is your home, the crew your family. Gotta save this sibling.
Incoming message.
Oh, sorry. You cannot spend determination on an assist roll.
Okay.
I was thinking through it, and then I was like, wait a second, there's an exception here. Okay, Cierra, if you want to roll for Ag-Ala first, with a fitness security as the roll for the night.
And just 1 die?
Yes, just 1 die for the assistance.
One.
1 success. Cool. And so, David, is Davor spending his determination?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got 2 successes banked. If you get a 3rd success, then Sierra's will count as a momentum.
Okay.
So what you need to do is roll 2d20.
Okay.
With
Fitness security.
Fitness security, increase the complication range.
Okay. Sorry, what did you say it was? 3?
No, difficulty 3, complication range 2.
Gotcha. Okay. 2. I'm just trying to see if I have a focus I can use.
It's lifting the big metal beam dance.
Can I interrogate it? No. Oh, this gotta be survival, right? Like, my poor brother is dying. What is survival if not this?
I will give you survival today because you lifted logs off of fallen brothers in terrifying camping trips.
This is how you become a man on Andor.
Bench pressing logs.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
Let's apply
So
your focus.
I got a 3rd. Oh no, it's focus used.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. 2 roll. 2 and a 1.
Nice.
Whoa!
So that brings it all the way up to 6 successes against a difficulty of 3. So 3 momentum added to the pool.
You flip that thing off of them.
Yeah. Which actually puts you over the thing. So You've maxed
So
out.
we win?
You win? Game over,
We win the
everybody.
game.
Good
Yay.
night. Thanks for playing Star
Secret
Trek.
win condition.
Did
The
you
whole ship fixes itself.
did you want to immediately spend a momentum to do something? Ooh, I have an idea. You could spend 2 momentum to say that this person has some gear that you might need.
Okay.
Those magnetic things that Picard uses to open doors that one time would be real handy.
He's holding a phaser rifle.
I mean, if you want a phaser rifle, you can absolutely grab them, but then you have to spend, or you have to add to threat and pay their escalation cost.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there's opportunity costs for equipment, which you can spend momentum for. But if you bring a big rifle to a fight, you got to give me stuff to use.
While this is happening, Meric, could I use my tricorder to scan for known hostile life forms like Cardassians, Romulans, etc.?
Absolutely. So why don't you go ahead and make like a control science to do a search at difficulty 2. David, anything you want to spend some momentum on?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what might be useful.
Sorry,
Yeah.
did you say complication range 2?
No, difficulty 2, complication range 1.
Here goes.
Sorry, I feel like someone whispered something at me.
1 success.
Magnet.
You only rolled 1 dice there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
The
only
door
rolled 1
opening
die.
magnet.
Earl.
They're sweet magnets.
Just dear sweet door magnet opening.
Earl, roll 1 more die.
There we go. Oh wow.
That.
There you go. Okay, so Earl got
That's real good.
3 successes against the difficulty 2, so we're still pumping momentum over, and it's hanging out in the stack. And so
I want a really big magnet.
You want a really big magnet.
What's
Okay.
the biggest magnet?
The biggest magnet this guy could have been
Well.
carrying.
You lift this up, and the and Ensign Tyvas crawls out. And as you and Agala push the thing off to the side, freeing the door to 7 forward as well, you can see that Ensign Tyvas was apparently moving a couple of crates of equipment, and you open it up, and inside are some door opening things, and there's 2 sets.
Sweet.
Magnetomic adhesion grippers is what they're called, I think.
Ooh, magneton adhesion grippers.
Yes, Earl.
So
Okay.
Nerd.
that cost that cost 2 momentum, so it drops us to 5, and then Earl generated 1 momentum, so that brings us back up to 6. Earl, with your success, you scan around and you find a number of readings in the decks above you that appear to be sort of moving along that are not they're not coming through clear. There seems to be some sort of distortion or a problem with them, and you've definitely picked up some intruders. So right now you know that there are 2 intruders on the deck directly above you, moving towards the aft of the ship.
I will pass that on immediately to our chief security officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Barnaby. I got you.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to figure out if we're going to wind up splitting the party here.
Well, it is just about 9 o'clock, so this is the time when the other people on the ship are able to bypass and repair internal comms, at which point you hear on a wide open channel. Once again, just red alert, and then something cuts through and breaks up the transmission.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
And we'll go for our break.
Fuck.
Oh no!
Giveaway with word.
Yeah, let's open the giveaway.
This place looks safe.
Should be assimilate.
Out here.
Make the word assimilate.
The giveaway is now open. We are doing 2 giveaways tonight, and the word that you would like to put in the chat is resistance.
Hey.
But it's
This
futile.
case will not be futile.
I mean.
Okay, so 10-minute break. We'll be back at 9:08 Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're back, and there are Borg.
Dinger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, let's do this giveaway. We've only got one entry. There are other people in the chat. All you need to do is type the word resistance, and if you're the only other person to do it, you'll get $10. Guaranteed.
That's a 100% chance of winning.
It is. So I think what we'll do is we'll get started, and maybe I'll just stop and pull the giveaway at, I don't know, 9:20? Give it another 10 minutes? Cool. So, do the giveaway. You've just heard the call sign of the Borg over the internal communication system of the USS Artemis. With Ensign Throughput's quick scanning work, you know that there are 2 intruders on one deck above you. You know that to reinitialize internal sensors, you will need to get a bypass from the computer core up to the bridge, most likely through the holodeck system. So, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Holodeck doesn't happen to be in the exact same place as the life signatures, does it?
They do appear to be moving in that direction.
Can we lure the Borg into holodeck 3 and just leave them there?
No, I don't want the holodeck 3 to have
problem solved.
Borg ghosts.
See, I was thinking it would be a good idea for, like, if you know you're going to wind up in that holodeck again, maybe it would help if you were a Borg. So perhaps I just surrender myself and not resist. Take one for the team, and then save the day on Haunted House Day.
I mean, let's get to the holodecks, and if we meet the Borg there, we'll deal with it then, I guess.
I'll call that Plan B. Okay, my plan, not yours.
We've got a few phasers between us. Might be able to distract them.
We got this.
I think it's funny that Meric was like, "Oh, if you want a phaser rifle, you got to give me something. You have the Borg."
That's a really.
You've got a pretty big something already.
That's fair, but you know what? Now you know that there's Borg. It seems like it's a really good time to spend some threat.
We can just pull them apart with the grippers, one on each side.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, not now. That's also a good plan for if we run into them.
I mean, if you want to do it, there's absolutely a weapons locker between you and there. All you need to do is start adding to threat, and then you get some rifles.
Is there a floor above us, you say?
They are.
And the holodecks they're a floor above us, too? Or I thought they were down a floor.
Here, let's, I think the holodecks are down. Let's move back to the ship.
I used to have the schematic memorized, but...
The holodecks are very tall, so they're kind of, like, only just below us?
Let's see. Move away from the moonshine.
We're actually on the same level of the ceiling of the holodeck.
Yeah, so you're right
Let's just
here.
shoot down.
And so you're heading to the holodeck, and the intruders are apparently on the deck above you.
Okay. I think maybe we should... I like the... I always hate splitting parties, but I feel like a pincer attack is maybe the way to go here.
Commander Davor?
Yes.
I think,
Joyeh.
we probably can't take all the Borg, but we could probably handle the sensors.
right, but I am the chief security officer. It's kind of my job to go visit the Borg if they're on the ship.
If you're like off shift, I'm sure like Billy can handle it.
I mean,
Comms do seem to be back up.
I'm never really off shift, and Billy is he spends too much time on social media, frankly.
Yeah, he's a twat.
Yeah. So I'm just going to propose that. Well, I have to. I should probably be able to command Joyeh to come with me since she's also under my command.
I'm a bartender shift right now, but okay.
I'd also be open to leaving Joyeh with other people who are headed straight to the holodeck area to protect them.
Take Barnaby; it'll be a good experience for him.
I've got my phaser. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to. Sorry, Ensign Throughput. Are you interested in security at all? Is that your thing?
Well, I'm interested in all functions of the ship, sir.
Okay. Well, I hope you can swim. I'm going to throw you in the deep end. We're going to go visit the Borg, you and me.
I will accompany you. My expertise in xenobiology might be able to give you an edge in combat. I might be able to analyze their makeup.
Squishy bits.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
My cybernetics should protect me. It's fine. Or knowledge of cybernetics, specifically.
Throughput, your number one priority is making sure that Meezra is not getting killed by anything.
Understood.
Okay.
Pull up my cricket phaser.
So, to get a phaser type 3, a phaser rifle, you need to spend Opportunity 1, Escalation 2. So 1 momentum and 2 threat to acquire a rifle. Otherwise, everybody has phasers as standard issue.
I'm sure we're fine with phasers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are you, I missed, are you separating the party? It sounded like everybody except for Agala is going after the Borg?
No, I was going to go with Agala.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
3 and 2.
3 and 2.
Yeah, we're smart enough to know we should outnumber the Borg by at least 1.
And I mean,
That's good.
Joyeh knows that Agala can take care of themselves, but she just wants to be there so that when Agala is doing the typey bits, someone has her back.
The Borgs get shot.
We don't want to get shanked by a Borg.
And hey, there's more phasers between the two of us than there is between the three of you. So.
I don't even use my phaser.
Okay.
That might actually come in handy against the Borg. It's just
Can I
Yeah,
have
that's
your
true.
phaser not using?
Yeah, sure. I'll give Throughput my second phaser, or my spare
Right,
phaser that I don't use.
Perfect. Okay, so you do know where the Borg are going. How do you want to engage them? Like, how do you get up there? Do you just like climb a ladder and get in behind them, or do you run forward and get up in front of them? What are you trying to do?
See. Go ahead.
Is there a knowledge check that I can do to be like, what would be the most tactical way to engage the Borg?
Absolutely. So you could go with reason science. Xenobiology would definitely apply. I would say that this is a difficulty 2, and remember that you have 6 momentum.
Yeah, I will definitely spend 1 momentum to get an extra dice.
Okay. Whoop. Move that right over there.
But that is
Good
2 successes, but a complication.
2 successes, but a complication. Excellent. I love it. So, you do know about the Borg that unless they are fired upon or are specifically being ordered to attack or defeat an enemy, they are basically non-combative. So as long as these have not been specifically ordered kill all things in your way, they're probably just walking and will ignore you until you do something aggressive. The complication... The complication is that you see them headed into the enlisted mess hall. And there will probably be some non-combatants when you catch up with them.
Oh, lovely.
So, you could attempt to head them off before they get there.
Okay, so I relay this information, tell them the possible plan, and also kind of say, like, so because they're non-combative, we do have an opportunity to set ourselves up before we engage them, even if they do notice our presence.
Okay. I'd also like to protect the people in the mess hall. So I think it's a good idea to go and try to cut them off, head them off at the pass, as it were. I heard that in an Earth movie once.
All right, so before we change scene, it is just about 9:20, so let's close up this giveaway. I mean, still only got one, so guess what?
Who's gonna win?
Oh, it's a big one. All right.
The suspense is killing me.
We're going to close the giveaway. One
I'm
entry.
rooting for Meg.
Oh, we're going to draw. Who's going to win? Congratulations, Meg2386. So I will get in touch with you with the information that you need to claim your $25 gift card to Monte Cook Games and your $10 gift card to Modiphius Entertainment. Congratulations, and thanks for coming.
I'd have been so worried if it was like, the house won.
The house wins.
The house doesn't need more power.
The house is hungry.
I feel like the house is always hungry.
Yeah.
Damn house, I know that feeling.
Hungry for my pain.
So I was going to say hungry for souls.
Same.
And everybody who's watching and doing whatnot, make sure to get people involved and come in, because we got 2 more episodes, and apparently we're going to have more gift cards to give away. I mean, we already had 1 extra bonus one for episode 9. Now we got 2 bonus ones.
Bonus!
That's pretty cool.
Episode 9 is the place to be.
Yeah, all sorts of lots of stuff.
For more haunted house time.
Okay. And then,
I mean, you get to hang out with a bunch of awesome nerds and win some cool prizes. What could be better?
Nothing. Nothing is better.
Shooting the board right now.
Ooh, shooting the board.
Pew!
True.
Okay, and so, Ag-ala and Joyeh, you're just going to hustle forward and get to the holodecks. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So that's not going to be a problem. You're going to start hustling your way through a couple of corridors. You come up into sort of the upper area where there's like sort of like the double stairs down from a catwalk with the double triple high holodecks. You can see that, you know, power here is, it's not failing, but it's definitely sort of like running on redundant circuits as things are being pulled towards other areas of the ship. And you can get started. This is going to be a challenge. An extended task. So we are going to... Doesn't have any resistance. It's going to be difficulty 2. Yeah. So What that basically means is that you're going to be making rolls against a difficulty 2, and if you succeed, you're going to be rolling challenge dice to do work. Actually, before we do your first roll, let's have them run to set up with the Borg so that we see how much time you have while all this is happening simultaneously.
Sounds good.
So what I'm gonna have you all do, Throughput, Chumak, and Bars, designate a person who is sort of leading the running to make a fitness security roll, and then the other two will, yeah, seems likely. The other two are going to increase the complication range. So we're going to put the complication range to 3, and it's going to be a difficulty 2 to get up to the Borg. I'm going to spend 2 threat to introduce some suffocating gas in the corridor that's going to make it harder to get through. So the difficulty is 3. So basically, you've got to get 3 successes. The threat range is 3 because there's chances that even if you get there on before them, things might have happened.
Okay. Okay.
5 momentum pool.
We have momentum.
So-
How much?
5 momentum we have.
Oh, I guess I could have looked at the screen and. Sorry.
Fuck screens.
Yep.
I concur. And so if I wanted to say 2 extra dice, that would cost 3 momentum.
Correct.
Do it.
Okay, I'll
Do it.
spend 3 momentum to get 2 extra dice.
All right, so you're rolling 4 dice against the difficulty 3. Survival
Complication
definitely
3?
applies here.
Okay,
Difficulty
cool.
3 and complication 3.
Okay. And I can use my survival focus. Cool.
Yeah. Just like camping in the ice fields of Andoria Prime.
1011.
That's fantastic.
6.
Exactly 3 successes.
Binary now.
Exactly 3
I speak binary more than I should.
and no complications. Well done. You arrive forward where they are, and so let me just go to here. Sorry, real quick. The screen has gone black.
It's ominous.
And all the sounds have stopped.
Oh gosh, it's Borg. Why is it always Borg?
Whenever the Borg are around, the birds stop chirping.
Oh. It's like robots
I
now.
would too.
All right. So the Borg are in this corridor. You can set yourselves up in front of them, behind them, to the side of them, wherever you like. They're walking forward. They both have sort of their hands, upwards with the gauntlet sort of attachment of a phaser or disruptor. Pale skin, cybernetic enhancements, the red eye sort of like zipping back and forth, and they're just tromping forward, completely ignoring you at this point.
Okay, and so they're only going to get aggressive if we get aggressive, right?
As soon as you attack them, yes.
So we can talk to them.
Aggressive. B-E.
And they won't.
Aggressive.
Speaking isn't an attack, right? Unless I get like really personal about their moms.
They'll probably just try to assimilate you rather than kill you.
Sorry, and which way are they going? Are they
They are heading this way.
okay? Cool. Okay. Part of me wants to get in front of them and try to reason with them, but The Borg
Not gonna
seem
reason with the Borg.
yeah, the Borg seem relatively unreasonable.
Overly reasonable? They have their logic and they will not stray?
You're right. They're too reasonable is the problem. That's how people always describe the Borg. Oh yeah, they're very reasonable. Some say too reasonable.
Well, if you're going by that meaning of reason.
Yes, yeah. No, you're right. Pedants would definitely say that.
Damn right.
Okay, I think we need to sneak attack them then.
All of us focus fire one of them at the same time, and then.
Okay,
Hopefully.
here's my plan. Here's my idea. I think you two should focus fire the closest Borg, and I will take my my Ushan Tor, and I'm gonna run at the other one from behind, and they have those wires that stick out right from their eyes, and I'm gonna snip his wire with my Ushan Tor.
Ooh.
Because I believe that's the source of their power. I'm no xenobiologist, though.
Of course. Yep.
Sir, from what I've heard, the Borg adapt quite quickly, so should we perhaps shoot with one phaser first, and then if that's not enough, shoot him with another phaser? Rather than
Progressively
beaming
add
them
more
all at once?
phasers.
I thought that beaming them all at once was the better idea because then they adapt to the phaser fire, and then we'd have to modulate ours.
Well, I guess we could always rotate the notation, yes.
Oh, this is throwing a little wrench in my idea here. So you're saying if we shoot them with two phasers and that doesn't do anything, trying to shoot them with two phasers again is fundamentally useless.
That's what I was trying to get at.
I'm just
Gotcha.
picturing this conversation in front of these two Borg who are just like...
They're just walking, but we're whispering. It's-
Do we shoot them with one phaser or two? I want to skip the wires.
I have two.
Yeah, you've got two, and then Meezra has one, so that's three, and I've got a fancy knife, a ceremonial knife. Do we have the knife that we pulled out of that guy in 7-4? We could have two knives.
Could have had two knives. You do not have two knives.
Could have had an Ushan Tor and a ceremonial Vulcan sword. Man. All right. Okay. I don't know why I'm listening to Ensign Throughput here, but it seems reasonable. Almost too reasonable, like maybe you're a Borg, but okay, so new plan.
And I don't want to be a Borg.
No. Okay, new plan. Meezra, you just sort of stay behind us. Ensign Throughput, use one of the phasers to shoot the closest Borg, and I will run and do like a cool wall run thing off of the back wall here, and then like wah with my Ushan Tor and snip his eye wire.
The eye wire. Very important.
And so that
Completely
way,
decorative.
I'm sure we will definitely take out at least one Borg. They won't know what hit them.
Okay. So, who is going first? You all get to choose this. And then we go immediately into an initiative order where you take an action, and then the Borg will take an action unless you spend momentum to keep the initiative.
Oh boy.
Good thing we fully stocked our momentum.
Oh, yeah. So, probably firing at the Borg first?
Lead with the
light
shoot.
beam travels faster than Davor on foot, so I guess.
Yeah, technically. Hey,
Nothing?
you haven't seen me run and flip off of a wall. Ensign Throughput.
Not yet. What's shooting a phaser? Control and command? Security.
Control, sorry, that was very loud.
It was very bright too. It flashed off your face.
Yes, firing a phaser is a control security against a difficulty 2. Now, you can use your minor action to aim, which will allow you to re-roll one of your d20s.
I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a complication range for this?
No.
Okay, I'm hoping I'm doing this right. Doink. One success, and I can re-roll one of those?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. So, you fire and do not impact the drone. They immediately sense the hostile intent and turn and sort of unlimber their weapons.
Wait, I was writing graffiti on the wall. It wasn't aiming at you.
So, would you like to spend the 2 momentum to keep the initiative?
2? I thought it was 1.
2 momentum to keep the initiative.
I vote for spending the initiative.
Yeah, go for it. So try and get
I think
Davor's
we
attack in.
do it, but I think we only have 2 momentum. You should still do it, but...
You had 5, so now you're down to 3.
Oh, my screen says 2. I
Sarah,
got the wrong...
Oh yeah,
I spent
that's
3.
the extended task. Did you spend 3? What did you spend 3 on?
Yeah.
With the 2 extra
yeah, the
dice.
2 dice.
You're totally right. Yes, you did. I didn't update it for that. Okay, so now you're down at 0, but either Davor or Meezra can take the next action.
But we get one back for honesty?
No, but you can always add to threat if you don't have momentum.
The Borg don't need more threat.
Davor, you go ahead.
Okay, it's wall run time.
Wall run time. All right, Davor runs forward and engages the Borg in tactical melee combat. So you're going to do a daring...
Hand to hand.
Hand to hand, finally.
Daring security with difficulty 1 against their daring security.
Okay, and I get my hand to hand focus.
Sword to face.
Complication range, just 1.
Just 1.
Cool. I'm sorry, what did you say the thing was? The
difficulty 1. So
Okay.
you just need to get 1 success. And yeah, it is daring security.
Okay, I will do that then.
Whoa,
Sums up, Davor.
2-2.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, you know what?
Excellent.
That's gonna call for a thing. Let's do or even better. Wow. Okay, 4 successes. So at the difficulty 1, that is 3 successes. They got 1 success, so that's 2 successes. So with your 2 successes, you've got some momentum. You get to roll damage, but you could spend your 2 momentum to get +2 damage, like flat damage on your roll. You could spend it for... Ooh, you could save it. You could spend it to re-roll your combat dice if you come up with some blanks. Ooh, you can use it to disarm them. Which could be pretty
I can
cool.
disarm a Borg?
Yeah, apparently.
Literally.
Chop off his arm.
Yeah.
Literally disarm him.
Exactly. Or you can keep the 2 to keep the initiative again, so that Meezra gets the next turn instead of the Borg.
It's pretty funny.
Man, we probably don't want the Borg acting. But I do like the idea of chopping an arm off of a Borg a lot.
You are the closest, though, for assimilation.
That is
He
true.
already decided he wants to be assimilated.
Yeah, that's like my plan B
Hey!
for the haunted house. For holodeck 3, rather. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll hold on to the memento. No, I'm disarming him. I want to try to chop his arm off.
All right, so we're gonna put the 2 into the pool right now.
Okay.
You're disarming, so go ahead and roll your Ushan Tor's damage die. If you go down to the Ushan Tor on the Roll20 character sheet, you can just hit the comm badge beside the 2. It'll automatically add in your security, rolling 7 dice.
Got it. 4 little Star Trek thingies.
Yeah, so
And
and that's got
complications.
Vicious 1. It just means that they're blank. But Vicious 1.
Yeah, I was hoping those weren't complications. Like, I got 2 complications right here I'm dealing with.
Vicious, the attack inflicts X additional damage for each effect rolled. So your effects count as 2s. So you do 2, 4, 6, 8 damage.
Cool.
Nice.
Which they have exoplating,
100.
which is resistance 3. So you actually deal 5 damage. 5 damage counts as an injury, and because it is a minor NPC, that immediately takes them out without having to fill their threat track.
Damn those wires.
However,
told ya.
because you have injured a Borg drone... Oh no, it's not an energy weapon! They can't adapt to a knife!
I'm too primitive for the Borg!
Screw you and your advanced technology.
Davor, this is why you're the security guy.
Alright, so you run up past the wall and you slash down through the eye cord into the arm as the Borg is raising its arm. The Ushan Tor cuts right through it and the Borg falls down and starts to twitch as its systems get overloaded.
Excellent.
Wow.
I'd say you disarmed him.
Yeah. Burp. You've got 2 initiative. Would you like Meezra to take the next turn? Or would you like to save that initiative for the people doing the other stuff?
So we shot at the one dude with a phaser and nothing happened. So Meezra could basically just shoot at it. Oh, didn't hit him though, right?
Didn't hit.
Nothing to adapt to?
No adapt. No adaptation.
Well, that's interesting.
So I can try again.
Okay. You guys are okay. Just hustling to the holodeck or tapping, whatever it is you do. Yeah, okay. Let's get Meezra to go. Let's take these Borg out. You can do it.
All right.
I don't have a lot of confidence in my shooting, but I will try.
Go, Meezra.
You can always add to threat if you'd like to get some more dice.
It's 2, right?
1 threat will get you 1 die.
Okay, let's do 1 threat. That's okay.
All right. Do you have the bold? No. Okay.
No, I'm just pretty much just shooting off of what is it? Control fit security.
Yeah. Just firing phasers from the hip.
Would your xenobiology help with it?
Oh yeah.
Not in this
Probably
case.
not.
Your xenobiology definitely told you that they wouldn't be aggressive.
I got a whole lot of zeros.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
No complications though.
Not
okay.
bad zeros, just zeros.
They can't adapt to misses, guys. So good
This
job.
is true.
this is true.
Just don't graze them. That's the worst scenario.
All right, and then
Don't forget about the aim action. We have the opportunity for that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not going to worry about it though. There's 3 misses there.
yeah,
Not going to make it.
aim is reroll a single d20. If you got a natural 1, you would get 2 successes and hit. So
That
go for
is
it.
true. I'll try it.
Yeah, we'll say that you aimed beforehand.
Don't graze it.
That'd be 14, which is a miss.
Unfortunately not. Okay. So we do finally get to a Borg who has got its phaser deal up, but instead spends a threat to take the other hand and reach towards Davor as 2 injection tubules shoot towards you.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's Plan B.
Okay, so this is a melee attack, so we are once again doing daring security, rolling off against each other.
You can do it, Dad.
I bet your hand-to-hand helps too.
I'm gonna spend a threat to add a third die.
That's rude.
Yeah, it is.
We can do it. You're not allowed. Gosh.
I'm not allowed. Do they?
I'm excited because this is win-win for Davor. Like, absolutely here.
They don't have any focus. Okay.
I'm saying Plan B. Like, I'm being really optimistic about that. It's a much lower letter. In reality.
Plan F.
Yeah.
BRB.
Plan B for Borg. Okay, so 2 die, daring, security, and a focus. All right. 1 and a 2.
I got 1 success and a complication.
Yeah.
That sounds like I win.
In fact, you get to hit them back.
Oh. Can I turn him into an Andorian?
No, but as
Two little tubules come out of your wrist.
Surprise!
No, so the Borg goes to shoot its injection tubules into your neck, and you counter it with a complication on them. So
He can assimilate himself. Then he's caught in a feedback loop and he can't do anything.
well, you actually do get to roll damage. So I mean, if you want to block with your Ushan Tor, you could stab into the you could stab into them.
2-1.
Or grab the tubules and rip them out. Of him.
Yeah.
Scary. Okay, that's lots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Whoa.
Stabby, stabby.
Once again, Davor one-shots this Borg.
You can't stop the Andorians, baby!
Wow.
Okay, so yeah.
That's why there's no blue Borg.
There are no
Meezra's
blue
just
Borg.
like, and that is why you're chief security officer.
That is why Davor Chumak is chief of security. Oh, and you know what? I've just noticed that this entire time, your rank has been incorrect on the overlay. Boop. Fixed. Lieutenant Commander.
I just took out 2 Borgs in hand-to-hand combat. I should be an admiral soon.
1 hit on each.
Woof. And I got a complication, so I'm going to give you 2 options. You could either get 2 momentum for my complication, or you could add a new trait to the ship, which is...
Borg proof.
yeah, no, well...
That would be great.
safe from the Borg. For you, basically, that the Borg are not aware of your current actions. Borg are distracted. That sort of thing. Basically, do you want momentum, or do you want proof against them sending more Borg against you?
Oh, I want that second thing.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is you were able to disable these 2 Borg drones so quickly that they were not able to interface back with their central collective and sort of explain that they've been engaged. They just went offline mysteriously.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know why everyone's always so scared of the Borg. You hear all these stories about them, and it's just like, you just go up with your Ushan Tor, it's done, right? Overrated. That's all I'm saying.
All right. And
I was kind of hoping you would use your antennae to like slurp their eyeballs out.
Oh. Don't do that. Nanites.
I'm not... Can I do that?
I think that's what Andorian tentacles. Antennae are for, aren't they? Because they got the suction cups.
Wow.
I want to say you're asking the wrong guy, but I am Andorian, so...
Somebody Google that for us. Is that real?
Yeah, I'm going to look.
So without the threat of the Borg, rerouting the power is pretty trivial. They were able to stop these ones coming, and they stopped them so quickly that the only thing sort of between you and success is if you take a long time, other people on the ship might have more troubles. But you're safe, which means rolls are not necessary.
Cool. I'm meticulous, so I take a little bit of extra time.
Okay.
But
so you go through and you're rerouting the computer core systems through the holodeck to re-engage internal sensors, correct?
yes.
All right. So it would have been about 10 minutes of work. So with your meticulous nature, it's about 15 minutes of time. And you bring internal sensors back online. With the full check of the internal sensors, you can see that there is what appears to be like a Borg equivalent of an escape pod that has been rammed into the ship. And there are only 4 other Borg drones on the Artemis. 2 are sort of standing guard at their ship, and then 2 more are attempting to assault the bridge, which has been sealed off.
Okay. I will tap my comm badge. Lieutenant Commander Nobogh to Lieutenant Commander Chumok.
Chumok here.
What's your situation with the Borg?
Oh, we cleaned up. They are
Great.
pretty defenseless.
Cool. There's more assaulting the bridge.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey guys, there's more Borg over by the bridge. Let's go there.
We'll follow you for just in case you need some medical assistance.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
There's
thought they were
also
gonna be knocked
a pod that we should probably deal with, but secure the bridge first.
Sure. Just FYI, if you have a knife or a sword, the Borg don't know what to do.
Ooh, I have this sword I pulled out of that guy.
And I can punch. I can punch them real good.
So Jen, Joyeh did take the ceremonial Vulcan knife.
No, definitely not. Okay, that man's dead up there, so...
All
What
right.
do you mean Agala does not have a bot lab? Come on.
No, she's unarmed.
Gosh.
She...
I seriously considered it, but
All right. Well, did you want to fight the Borg on near the bridge? I mean, it's 10 to 10, and you've vastly outnumbered them at this point. So,
especially if we go meet you there, just pulverize the Borg.
yeah, I mean, the bridge crew coming from one direction and you from the other, it's very easy for you to overpower 2 Borg and then get rid of their ship fragment.
Yeah, I'll tap my comm badge and let the bridge know what the plan is. Where I'm gonna attack them with the Ushan, and they should. It's a pincer maneuver. Finally.
With swords.
Yeah, and I'll tell
Or
them no
pincer.
phasers, just pointy things.
And
Sharpened sticks, rocks, golf clubs. I don't know what the captain's into.
Captain Fenn
Cricket.
responds on the comm and says, "Chief Cheumak, it is good to hear that you have secured the lower decks. We will arm ourselves as suggested. It does appear to be a logical solution." Captain Fenn, as a Vulcan, is very, very practiced in Vulcan martial arts. And will
I bet he has a ceremonial sword too.
probably not in his ready room.
Davor, you talked to Fen!
Finally. Well, I mean, I still
Maybe
haven't
it was
seen him
Hex.
face to face. It could just be the computer.
Where is he? Where's Captain Fenn?
Nowhere.
Whoop, whoop. I'm on the bridge. Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the
what
captain.
that's what this map says.
Yeah. Well, good game, everybody. Repelling Borg borders on your ship.
Man, I was like really concerned for like
Yeah.
5 seconds
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
until
gonna
I started stabbing them.
be real dangerous. They've got 14 strain and 3 resistance. So I mean, you need to do 8 damage in 1 hit to take them out immediately, or else you're chipping away.
You know what?
Slice
Joyeh,
it right off.
Joyeh, her next shift is going to create a drink called the Davor in honor of Davor, the amazing
The Borg
Borg killer. The Borg Slayer, yes,
the
and that's what's going to be
Borg Slayer.
called.
Yes.
Yes, Alex. And it's going to be like an oily black drink that has a
Is
lid
it
with
gonna have that
wires.
fancy
And
sparkly synthahol in it?
yeah, it's going to be like the black oily, and it's going to have like this lid on it with wires that you have to pop the lid off with the wires. And when you do that, sprinkles will fall out of the lid into the drink.
Ooh.
Ensign Throughput is going to go and replicate a slingshot and a bunch of lead shots.
Rocks.
Or rocks.
I might
Uh,
I might look more into getting myself a batlass.
It'll soon turn into Davor and Goliath.
Hey!
Ouch.
All right. And if anybody has Doom, you may reduce your Doom by 1.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
I'm back down to 3.
Less doomed.
For having 1 adventure outside of the darkest house and not having to deal immediately with terrible, horrifying trauma.
New goal, get to 6 Doom.
Get to 6 Doom. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you players for playing. Our next game, of course, will be next Wednesday. So that's the 22nd. And then our final game will be September 29th. Thanks for playing. I guess that's it.
Thank you!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me play again.
Good
Thanks so
night,
much.
everybody.
Watch you next time. Good night. Roll credits.